long before the first dinosaurs walked the earth, long before the great forests spread their green canopies across the continents, there was an ocean. Not the ocean we know today, with its familiar coastlines and vibrant reefs, but an ancient, alien sea, a world of forgotten water, stretching back nearly 400 million years into the past. Imagine a place where the sun's rays struggled to pierce the murky depths, where light was a dim, ethereal glow, filtering down through a constant rain of dust and organic particles. This was the Devonian period, the age of fishes. The water was warmer then, the air different, the world itself a mystery waiting to be unlocked. Life was teeming, but it was a different kind of life. Strange, armored creatures drifted through the silent water, their forms unlike anything that swims in our modern seas. This was a world ruled not by tooth and claw in the way we understand it, but by shell and bone. And in the heart of this quiet, primordial kingdom, something truly magnificent reigned. A titan of its time, a leviathan of the deep. It moved with a slow, deliberate grace, a shadow against the dim light, its body encased in a fortress of bone. This creature knew no fear, for it was the apex of its world. An unstoppable force, a living battleship cruising through the twilight zone of an ancient ocean. What was this creature? And what would it be like to float alongside it, to witness its silent, majestic passage through a world lost to time? Let's close our eyes and drift back together, back to this forgotten era, to the quiet reign of the Dunkleosteus. Let the world around you fade away as we sink into the calm, warm waters of the Devonian Sea. The sunlight, now just a soft, shimmering blanket far above, casts long, gentle rays through the water. You can see tiny particles of ancient life, of dust from volcanic eruptions millions of years past, dancing in these beams of light like stars in a liquid galaxy. The water is still, holding you gently. There is no sound here but the faint, rhythmic pulse of the deep, a feeling more than a sound. You are weightless, suspended in time. Below you, the seafloor is a landscape of primitive corals and strange, plant-like organisms called crinoids, swaying gently in the unseen currents. They look like pale, feathery flowers, their arms reaching up towards the faint light. Small, armored fish, some no bigger than your hand, dart between them, their bony plates glinting. They are the common folk of this ancient kingdom, going about their lives in a world of silence and shadow. As you drift, a presence makes itself known. It's a shift in the water, a subtle pressure change. You turn, slowly, and see it emerge from the gloom. Dunkleosteus. It is immense, larger than any fish you have ever imagined. Its head, a massive, domed shield of solid bone, plows through the water with an unhurried confidence. It is not swimming, it is gliding, a sovereign patrolling its domain. The front half of its body is a fortress of interlocking plates, thick and impenetrable, a masterpiece of natural engineering. The back half, softer and more muscular, propels it with slow, powerful sweeps of its tail. It has no teeth. Instead, the bones of its jaw have grown into sharpened, guillotine-like blades. They are self-sharpening, shearing against each other with every movement of its mouth. It is a design of brutal, perfect efficiency. But there is no malice in its eyes. Its eyes are small, dark, and set deep within its armored head. They seem to look past you, through you, focused on the eternal rhythm of the ocean. It is a creature of pure instinct, a product of its time, a king without a crown. It isn't a monster, it is a marvel. You feel no fear, only a profound sense of awe, of wonder. To be this close to a creature that has been gone for over 350 million years is a privilege, a dream. You are a ghost in its world, a silent observer of a forgotten majesty. The great fish passes you by, its huge form displacing the water in a gentle, rolling wave that rocks you softly. It pays you no mind. You are not food, not a threat, not part of its reality. You are simply there, a visitor from a distant future. We continue our journey deeper, letting the image of the great armored fish fade back into the murky distance. The seafloor begins to change. The gentle slopes give way to canyons and trenches, plunging into true blackness. Down here, the light from the surface is gone completely. It is a world of absolute dark, profound quiet, and immense pressure, but it is not empty. Life exists here too, in forms even more alien. Strange, bioluminescent creatures pulse with soft, cool light. A trail of glowing plankton drifts by like a ghostly river. A trilobite, an ancient arthropod that looks like a futuristic insect, crawls slowly across a rock, its segmented body a pattern of beautiful symmetry. It feels its way through the darkness with long, delicate antennae, a scavenger of the abyss. This is the true deep, a place of mystery and solitude. The pressure of the water is like a comforting blanket, heavy and secure, quieting your mind, slowing your breath. Let your own body feel that sense of gentle pressure, a calming weight that grounds you, that tells you you are safe. Every muscle begins to relax, letting go of the day's tension. Your shoulders soften, your jaw unclenches, your breathing is deep and slow, in and out, mirroring the ancient, silent rhythm of the deep ocean. You are no longer just an observer. You are part of this world. Your thoughts drift away like the particles in the water, becoming distant and unimportant. There is only the here and now, the darkness, the quiet, the feeling of being held by something vast and eternal. This is a place before time, a place of pure being. There are no worries here, no deadlines, no noise, just the profound peace of the abyss. Imagine the sheer scale of time that has passed since this moment. The continents have drifted and collided. Mountains have risen and eroded away. Entire oceans have been born and have vanished. The reign of the dinosaurs came and went. Ice ages have covered the planet in sheets of white, and humanity, a fleeting spark in the grand timeline, has emerged. All of that is in the unfathomably distant future from where you are now. Here in the Devonian deep, the world is young and slow. The great drama of life is just beginning to unfold. Being here, you feel a connection to that deep history, to the very fabric of life on our planet. It puts everything into perspective. The anxieties of a single day seem so small when measured against 400 million years. Let that perspective wash over you, cleansing your mind, bringing you a sense of profound calm. Let's rise now, slowly, up from the abyss, back through the twilight zone, where the faint light begins to return. The strange, glowing creatures of the deep fade below. We ascend past the canyons and ridges, back to the gentle slopes where the feathery crinoids sway. A school of smaller, silvery fish passes by, their scales catching the dim light. The world is slowly waking around you as you rise towards the surface. The water becomes warmer, clearer. The shimmering blanket of the sun grows brighter, closer. You can see the surface now, a ceiling of dancing diamonds, reflecting the light. With one last, gentle push, you break through. The air is warm and thick, smelling of salt and ancient algae. The sun is a hazy white orb in a pale sky. The world is quiet. You float on your back, held by the buoyant, primeval water, looking up at a sky no human has ever seen. The peace is absolute. Let this feeling of total tranquility be your anchor as you drift deeper and deeper into sleep. The ancient ocean holds you, and you are at peace. Good night. Imagine a world without sound. No birds singing, no wind rustling through leaves, just a profound, unbroken silence. This is the world you are born into. Your first breath isn't of air, but of water, cool and life-giving, flowing over your gills. You are adrift in a vast turquoise expanse, a tiny speck in an ancient ocean that stretches to every horizon. This is the Devonian period, nearly 400 million years ago, a time when life is just beginning to find its voice. Your world is a gentle one. You float through warm, shallow seas, where the first primitive reefs are taking shape. They aren't the vibrant coral cities of today, but sprawling gardens of sea sponges and crinoids, waving lazily in the current like underwater ferns. The only rhythm is the slow, steady pulse of the ocean, the gentle ebb and flow of the tide. You are a Dunkleosteus, but you don't know that name yet. You are simply a being of instinct, small and new, your body a soft, unarmored vessel in this peaceful blue kingdom. Your days are a slow, dreamlike ballet. You drift with the currents, past trilobites scuttling across the seabed like intricate living jewels. You watch as schools of tiny, jawless fish swim by in shimmering clouds, their movements synchronized and fluid. There is no predator and prey yet, just a community of quiet neighbors sharing this sun-drenched paradise. You learn the language of the ocean, not through sound, but through sight and feeling. You feel the subtle shifts in water pressure that signal a larger creature passing by. You see the way the light bends and refracts, telling you how deep you are. It's a world of pure sensation, peaceful and serene. As you grow, your body begins to change. What was once soft and vulnerable starts to harden. Plates of bone, strong and resilient, begin to form over your head and shoulders, a natural armor gifted to you by evolution. They are smooth and streamlined, designed not for aggression, but for protection in this silent world. You feel a new sense of security, a confidence that you belong here. Your fins grow stronger, allowing you to push against the current, to explore further than the gentle tides would otherwise carry you. You venture out from the shallows, drawn by a curiosity that is as natural as breathing. You discover deeper waters, where the light is a soft, ethereal blue, and the world takes on a more mysterious quality. Here, giant sea scorpions, the eurypterids, glide through the twilight zone with an ancient grace. They are formidable, but not hostile. It's a dance of mutual respect, an unspoken agreement in the quiet depths. Every new creature you encounter, every new landscape you explore, adds another layer to your understanding of this vast, silent home. The days turn into weeks, weeks into months. The sun continues its daily journey across the sky, its light a constant, reassuring presence. You learn the patterns of the reefs, the best places to rest where the current is gentle, the hidden nooks where you can observe the unfolding drama of life without being seen. You are still small, but you are no longer fragile. The bony plates on your head are now a formidable shield, a testament to your growing strength. Your jaw, once delicate, has become more robust, a tool perfectly adapted to your diet of softer-bodied creatures. One day, something changes. A new sensation ripples through the water, a subtle vibration you've never felt before. It's not the familiar push of the current or the gentle sway of the sea sponges. It's something different, something intentional. You see other fish react, their movements becoming more erratic, less peaceful. There's a new energy in the water, a tension that wasn't there before. You instinctively seek the shelter of the reef, tucking yourself into a crevice and watching. The source of the disturbance appears. It's another Dunkleosteus, but one much larger and older than you. Its armor is thick and battle-scarred, its movements powerful and decisive. But what truly captures your attention is the sound. For the first time, you hear something that breaks the ocean's silence. It's the sharp, cracking sound of its bony jaw plates snapping shut, a sound that echoes through the water like a stone striking flint. It's a sound of power, of dominance. The world is no longer silent. This encounter changes everything. You realize that the peace you knew was not permanent. The ocean is a dynamic, evolving place, and to survive, you must adapt. The instinct that drove you to explore now drives you to hunt. The quiet ballet of your youth is over, replaced by a more urgent need to grow, to become stronger. Your jaw, that marvel of evolutionary engineering, becomes your primary tool. It's not made of teeth, but of sharpened bone, self-honing blades that can shear through the toughest defenses. You begin to test your new capabilities. You start with ammonites, their coiled shells a tempting challenge. At first, you struggle, but you learn. You learn to strike at the weakest point, to use the immense pressure of your bite to crack them open. With each successful hunt, you feel a surge of power, a confirmation that you are becoming what you were meant to be. The gentle drifter is gone, replaced by a focused, efficient predator. The silent world has found its voice, and it is the sound of your power. You become a force of nature, an apex predator in a world that is still figuring out the rules of engagement. The reefs that were once your peaceful cradle are now your hunting grounds. You patrol your territory, a king in a kingdom you helped to define. Your movements are no longer the gentle drifts of your youth, but the confident, purposeful strokes of a master of the seas. The sheer power you possess is intoxicating. With a single bite, you can sever another fish in two. Nothing can stand against you. The ancient sharks that share these waters, with their skeletons of cartilage, are no match for your armored might. Yet, even at the peak of your power, there is a solitude to your existence. You are unmatched, unrivaled, and therefore alone. Encounters with your own kind are rare and tense, fraught with the potential for conflict over territory or mates. The silence has returned, but it is a different kind of silence now. It's not the peaceful silence of a world without sound, but the lonely silence of a king on his throne. Your life becomes a cycle of hunting and patrolling, a constant assertion of your dominance. You are the embodiment of the Devonian arms race, a living fortress of bone and muscle. But the world around you is relentless in its innovation. Life continues to experiment, to diversify. The fish grow faster, more agile. New defenses evolve to counter your overwhelming offense. You grow old. Your armor, once gleaming and impenetrable, is now scarred and weathered from countless battles. Your movements, once swift and deadly, are now slower, more deliberate. The fire of your youth has mellowed into the quiet confidence of age. You have seen the ocean change, have been a part of that change. You were born into a world of silence and helped to fill it with the sounds of life and struggle. You have lived a full, powerful life. One day, you feel a weariness that you cannot shake. The drive to hunt fades, replaced by a desire for rest. You find a quiet canyon, away from the bustling reefs, and let yourself sink slowly into the deep, cool water. The light from the surface grows dimmer and dimmer until it is just a faint memory. You close your eyes, and for the first time since you were a tiny, newborn creature, you feel a sense of perfect peace. The currents that cradled you in your infancy now embrace you in your final rest. The silence returns, deep and profound. Your massive, armored head settles into the soft sediment of the ocean floor, where it will lie undisturbed for millions of years. The world will continue to change. The age of fishes will give way to new dynasties. The continents will drift. The oceans will rise and fall. But your story will not be forgotten. Preserved in stone, your fossilized remains will become a message from the past, a testament to a time of incredible power and evolutionary creativity, a silent witness to a lost world waiting to be discovered so you can tell your story once more. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the ancient oceans, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories from the deep past. In the quiet depths of ancient waters, a masterpiece of evolution takes shape. Nature, the ultimate artist and engineer, has spent millions of years sculpting the perfect predator. Forget fleeting speed or flashy displays. True dominance is forged in patience, power, and an unyielding design. This is a story of survival, written in bone and sinew, a living fossil that has outlasted dinosaurs and witnessed the rise and fall of empires. It begins with a head built like a fortress, an armored skull, a testament to defensive design, protects a mind singularly focused on the hunt. Within this fortress lies a weapon of terrifying simplicity and effectiveness. Imagine jaws not lined with teeth, but with sharpened, blade-like bone. These aren't for chewing or tearing in the conventional sense. They are shears, capable of slicing through the toughest of shells and the most resilient of flesh with a single, decisive action. This creature doesn't need rows of replaceable teeth, because its very jaw is the blade. This unique adaptation allows it to consume prey that others can't even dream of cracking. It's a specialized tool for a specialized hunter, a perfect example of form-following function in the most brutal and efficient way. And the power behind this bite is legendary. It possesses one of the strongest bites, proportionally, in the entire animal kingdom. When these jaws snap shut, there is no escape. It's a force of nature, a final, inescapable conclusion to a hunt that may have been brewing for hours. It's a quiet strength, a reserved power that is all the more intimidating for its subtlety. It doesn't need to roar. Its presence alone is a declaration of dominance. We watch it move, a slow, deliberate ballet through the water. Every motion is measured, conserving energy, waiting for the perfect moment. There is no wasted effort, no panicked chase. This is the calm confidence of an apex predator that knows time is on its side. Its ancient eyes, which have seen the world change in unimaginable ways, scan its territory. The rhythm of its movement is tranquil, almost hypnotic, a stark contrast to the explosive power it holds in reserve. It is a creature of two worlds, the serene, patient guardian of the deep, and the lightning-fast, unstoppable force of the hunt. This is the story of the alligator snapping turtle, a true titan of the freshwater world, a perfect predator shaped by the patient, unyielding hand of nature itself. For over 90 million years, this creature has remained virtually unchanged, a living blueprint of predatory perfection. Its strategy is simple: disappear. Lying motionless on the riverbed, its gnarled, algae-covered shell makes it indistinguishable from a submerged rock or a sunken log. It becomes part of the landscape, an ambush predator in its purest form. Patience is its greatest weapon. It can wait for hours, even days, a silent statue in the murky water, conserving every ounce of energy. This stillness is not laziness. It's a highly evolved hunting technique, a masterclass in deception. And the deception goes even deeper. Inside its dark, cavernous mouth, it holds a secret lure, a small, pink, worm-like appendage on the tip of its tongue. While the rest of its body remains perfectly still, it wiggles this lure, mimicking the movements of a helpless worm. To a passing fish, it's an irresistible, easy meal. They swim closer, drawn in by the promise of food, completely unaware that they are swimming into the maw of a dragon. The turtle remains motionless, its jaws agape, a gateway to oblivion. The fish gets closer and closer still, its fate sealed the moment it noticed the tempting dance of the pink lure. Then, in a fraction of a second, the trap springs. The serene stillness shatters. The turtle's neck extends with astonishing speed, and its powerful, bladed jaws snap shut with a force that can sever bone. The entire event is over in a blink, a sudden, violent end to a carefully orchestrated hunt. The water settles once more, and the predator returns to its state of meditative calm, swallowing its meal whole. It's a cycle of life and death that has played out in these waters for millennia, a testament to a design so effective it has never needed to change. The alligator snapping turtle is more than just a hunter. It is a keystone species, a vital part of its ecosystem. As a scavenger, it plays the crucial role of a cleanup crew, consuming carcasses and keeping the waterways clean and healthy. This helps prevent the spread of disease and recycles nutrients back into the environment. Its powerful jaws allow it to break down remains that other scavengers cannot, making it an indispensable janitor of the river. Its presence is a sign of a thriving, balanced ecosystem. Where these ancient turtles roam, the water runs cleaner, and the web of life is stronger. An old male might have been hatched before the first cars roamed the earth, a silent witness to generations of change along its riverbank home. They carry the history of their river in the very algae on their shells and the scars on their rugged bodies. This long lifespan means they reproduce slowly, making their populations particularly vulnerable to change. Despite their incredible resilience and ancient lineage, these titans are facing modern threats. Habitat loss is a major problem, as rivers are dammed, dredged, and polluted, destroying the pristine environments they need to thrive. Over-harvesting for their meat has also taken a devastating toll on their populations in many areas. For a creature that takes over a decade to reach sexual maturity, the loss of even a few adults can have a catastrophic impact on a local population's ability to sustain itself. They are a paradox, an incredibly tough, armored survivor that is now fragile in the face of human activity. Conservation efforts are underway to protect these magnificent animals. Head-starting programs raise young turtles in captivity, protecting them during their most vulnerable stage before releasing them into the wild. This gives them a much better chance of reaching adulthood and helping to bolster wild populations. Stricter regulations on harvesting and increased protection of their river habitats are also critical steps. Public awareness is key. The more people understand and appreciate these incredible ancient creatures, the more support there will be for the efforts to save them. They are not monsters to be feared, but vital, fascinating parts of our natural heritage that deserve our respect and protection. Looking at an alligator snapping turtle is like looking back in time. Its primeval appearance, with its ridged shell, beaked jaw, and ancient eyes, connects us to a prehistoric world. They are a reminder of the enduring power of evolution and the intricate beauty of the natural world. They teach us the value of patience, the effectiveness of simplicity, and the quiet strength that lies in waiting for the right moment. They are living relics, guardians of the deep, and a symbol of nature's raw, untamed power. Their survival is linked to the health of our freshwater ecosystems, and by protecting them, we are also protecting the vital waterways that support so much life, including our own. Let's ensure that these ancient mariners continue to patrol our rivers and swamps for generations to come, a timeless testament to the art of the perfect predator. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the world of the alligator snapping turtle. If you found this journey as fascinating as I did, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more stories from the wild. Every bit of support helps us continue to explore and share the wonders of our planet. See you in the next one. The water's surface is a mirror, still and unbroken, reflecting the quiet blue of the sky above. Below this tranquil facade, a world of shadows and secrets pulses with life. But here, in the heart of the river, something ancient and powerful waits. It's a presence you feel before you see it, a subtle shift in the current, a flicker of darkness against the dappled light filtering through the canopy. This is the domain of a master hunter, an apex predator whose entire existence is a lesson in patience and precision. Imagine a creature perfectly sculpted for the ambush. Its body, a mosaic of earthy tones, blends seamlessly with the muddy riverbed and submerged logs. It is a living part of the landscape, indistinguishable from the detritus of the forest floor. It can remain motionless for hours, for days, conserving every ounce of energy. Its cold, reptilian eyes, the only sign of the lethal focus within. The world around it moves. Fish dart through the weeds. Insects dance on the water's surface. But the hunter is a statue carved from instinct and time. This isn't the frenzied chase of a cheetah or the coordinated assault of a wolf pack. This is something far more unnerving. It is the silence before the storm, the calm that precedes chaos. The hunter doesn't need to pursue its prey. It simply brings the kill zone to itself. Its power lies not in endurance, but in the explosive release of pent-up energy. The attack, when it comes, will be a blur of devastating speed, a violent eruption from the stillness. The water will boil, the silence will shatter, and in a heartbeat, the tranquil scene will be transformed into a testament to nature's brutal efficiency. There is no warning, no chance to escape. For whatever strays into its path, the first hint of danger is also the last. This incredible hunter is the alligator snapping turtle, a living relic from the time of dinosaurs. Found in the freshwater rivers and swamps of the southeastern United States, this creature is a true heavyweight, the largest freshwater turtle in North America. Males can weigh over 200 pounds and live for well over a century, growing slowly and steadily throughout their long lives. Its appearance is as formidable as its reputation. A massive, beaked jaw, powerful enough to snap bone. A rugged, ridged carapace, a fortress of shell adorned with 3 prominent keels that look like a miniature mountain range. Tucked inside its dark mouth is a small, fleshy, worm-like lure, while the rest of its body remains perfectly still, a statue of stone and shadow on the river floor. The turtle wiggles this lure. To a curious fish, it looks exactly like a delicious, wriggling worm, an easy meal just waiting to be snatched. It's an irresistible invitation. The fish, driven by hunger and instinct, draws closer. It sees only the lure, oblivious to the gaping cavern that surrounds it. The turtle waits, its patience absolute. It's a high-stakes game of deception, and the turtle is the grand master. The fish nudges closer, closer still, until it's directly over the turtle's lower jaw. And then, in less than 1/10 of a second, faster than the blink of an eye, the trap is sprung. The turtle's jaws slam shut with incredible force, a biological guillotine from which there is no escape. The pressure is immense, instantly disabling the prey. The whole event is a silent, swift, and brutally effective execution of a plan perfected over millions of years. Unlike many predators that actively patrol their territory, the alligator snapping turtle is a sit-and-wait specialist. This strategy is incredibly energy efficient. Why waste precious calories chasing food when you can trick the food into coming directly to you? This allows the turtle to thrive in its environment, an environment where it has very few natural predators once it reaches adulthood. Its thick shell protects it from almost any threat, making it the undisputed king of its freshwater domain. Its life is one of quiet dominance. It spends most of its time submerged, only surfacing occasionally to breathe. This reclusive lifestyle makes them difficult to study in the wild, adding to their mystique. They are solitary creatures, coming together only to mate. The females will then travel a short distance from the water to dig a nest and lay their clutch of eggs, leaving them to the mercy of the elements and predators. They are small and vulnerable, prey for raccoons, birds, and even large fish. Their slow growth rate and late maturity mean that populations cannot recover quickly from such pressures. Add to this the persistent threat of habitat loss and degradation, the damming of rivers, pollution, and development along waterways, and the future of this magnificent species becomes uncertain. It is a testament to the power of evolution, a perfect example of adaptation and survival. When we look at this creature, we are looking back in time at a design that has worked, virtually unchanged, for millions of years. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and follow for more explorations into our amazing natural world.